Well, hey, it's Marcus, and welcome to Zooming in the Jungle Room. I'm absolutely thrilled today because I've got an artist online with me via his laptop. He's incredible. I have just been playing his music endlessly over the course of the last few years. His name is, of course, Ondara. Welcome. How are you?
Very good, very good. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh my goodness, absolute pleasure. And where are you at the moment?
I am in San Francisco at the moment.
Fantastic. Are you doing the show over there? Are you?
No, I'm taking some time away from from tour, and I've just been here for the last few weeks, just trying to trying to be in a different type of environment.
Yeah.
I was just drawn here for some reason before I come over out there to Australia.
Gotcha. Of course, yeah, you are about to do your second Australian tour. Are you excited for it?
Oh yeah. I love Australia. I love being there. Always a great time, great vibe, good people. So excited to come back.
Well, we are super excited to have you back here. You know, your fan base in Australia, and I'm in Adelaide, South Australia. Your fan base over here is incredible. People love your music, people love your vibe. So I think this second tour is just going to go even better than the first one. Now, I know that you are coming to Adelaide, which is going to be at the Trinity Sessions on Thursday, March the 14th. I'm going to be there in the front row. I can't wait. What can we expect from the tour this time around?
Yeah, I think it'll be a stripped down affair. There's a chance I might be accompanied by a violin player. But it's for the most part, the shows I've been playing have been pretty intimate, just me and acoustic guitar. Just going back to the grassroots of where it all began. Feels like a great time to do that kind of thing before building on to something more expansive on the next album.
Obviously this tour is very much based on the massive critical acclaim that you got from the 2022 album, which was called Spanish Villager #3. But you've also just brought out the brand new single, which is going to lead you into obviously the new album down the track, the new single being Winter Depression. So with the tour, are we going to hear any much new music from the forthcoming new album, or are we going to be hearing more of the Spanish Villager? What are we heading towards?
I think it's going to be a mixed bag. There's going to be things from Spanish Villager for sure. There'll be things from my first album, Tales of America. Maybe one or two from the second one, the pandemic isolation album, which is called Tales of Isolation. And then I might also try some newer things that just to test them out to see how they feel in front of the audience before they appear on an upcoming record. So it will be a mixed affair.
So excited. Ondara, you've had 4 albums, and what's incredible is the amount of incredible quality work that you've brought out. And it's all just actually been since 2019 when the first album came out, which was Tales of America. So the amount of incredible work that you've, given the world in, that's only five years, is absolutely great stuff. Well done. But you've obviously had a Grammy nomination. You've had incredible amounts of awards come your way. What's one of, since 2019, what's one of your most proudest moments?
That's a good question. I suppose being on tour with Neil Young was up there for me. He was someone that I looked up to a lot growing up. So being able to tour with him was one of them life-changing experiences for sure. That ranks up there certainly. Being on tour with Lindsey Buckingham as well from Fleetwood Mac, that was definitely one of them life-changing experiences as well. And I think just traveling far and wide all over the world and connecting with people and connecting with the human spirit that has been very inspiring. Yeah, coming from a small place in East Africa and being able to go all over the world.
Well, it's because you were born in you were raised in Nairobi in Kenya, now based in Minnesota, Minneapolis. But as a young boy, you very much look towards the Bob Dylan, the Neil Young for your inspiration. Who were some of the other people that you were listening to at the time?
Yeah, we're definitely Bob and Neil for sure. Some rock songs like some rock bands like Nirvana. I was gonna call them Nevermind. That's the album title. But yeah, maybe I should call them In Utero. Yeah. So I think bands like Nirvana, Radiohead,
Wow.
Just like rock music. I was sort of fascinated by, for some reason, that sound communicated with me. I think it almost felt like an alien sort of sound, some sound from another universe or sort, which as a kid can be fascinating, because you feel like you can escape your universe into another universe momentarily while you engage with those sounds.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, your music is described, not only by yourself, but also by the critics and your fans as folk rock. Who were some of the artists that you actually listen to now that you feel are doing some great stuff, either in those genres or some outside kind of genre as well? Who inspires you right now?
It's a good question. I mean, I find that I'm mostly inspired by older things, so things from 60s and 70s, and a lot of jazz or instrumental stuff. As far as, because I try not to indulge myself too much in what I'm making. I think sometimes it's the fear of that I might subconsciously be maybe copy someone without knowing or without knowing that I did. And so I try to just listen to stuff that's not necessarily what I'm making. Although there's things I like the Lumineers are great. I toured with them a while. I think of what else. I like the band called The Head and the Heart. It's a good band. Doors is another band I like. Who they played in a couple of my records too. So yeah, I don't know.
No, that's great. I love it. So you've played in Adelaide before, haven't you?
I don't think I have played in Adelaide before. No, this will be the first time. Yeah.
You're going to love it. The weather over here is amazing. You definitely won't be needing that jacket.
Oh yeah.
Weather. It's going to be great. I'm so looking forward to it. Like I said, it's March the 14th. But Ondara, I mean, obviously moving past the tour and, obviously the album, the imminent album release that will be occurring somewhere down the track. What's another goal that you've got at the moment? Where would you like to see yourself heading, as you move into, maybe possibly 2025? Have you got any big things on your bucket list?
2025. It's a good question. Well, I mean, I'm really looking forward to. There's a couple projects that I'm working on. There's a book of poetry that I'm compiling.
Oh.
There's a series of paintings that I'm also working on, and just trying to I'm trying to build a different type of universe on to base the new record on. You can say something drastically different. Well, drastically to a certain extent from everything I've done previously. So it's going to be a different trajectory. And, you know, I suppose I'm trying to become the type of person who can create the thing that I'm trying to create.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Yeah, so expansion, let's say. I'll call it a year of expansion.
I like that. Ondara, what do you prefer? Do you prefer the process of creating beautiful new music and recording it, obviously, and, you know, producing an album for, you know, the world to listen to? Or do you get a bigger buzz, a bigger high from actually being on stage, producing or showing that music live? What's your preference?
Between recording and performing, I suppose performing, because you're there, you can feel the energy from the audience and sort of have a real-time communion. The recording process can be a bit lonely, since you're, but you know, they're both fun in their own way, and they're both valuable in their own way. But I think I definitely have a preference for the performance. If I had to pick one, also I'd just perform music but not record any. I'll be okay with that. You just have to record some to perform.
Hey, and if you've got a list, if you have had a dream list of someone you'd really love to collaborate with, who could that be? Alive or dead? Who would it be?
Alive or dead? Wow. Oh, that's big. Man, I want to say maybe like I'd have a bit of a list there. I think Nina Simone would probably be up there somewhere.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I love her too much.
Did you ever see her live?
What's that?
Did you ever see her live?
Oh no, sadly not. No. Did you?
Well, so close. I was so close, Ondara. I had tickets to her show. She was coming to Adelaide, or she was doing the Australian tour. She was coming here. I had my tickets, and about a month before the show, she cancelled because of ill health. And then it was about another month after that, she passed away. So sadly, I missed it.
Oh man.
Because I mean, I'm the biggest, I'm such a big fan. So I totally resonate with your love for her, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you know, don't you agree? I mean, not just an inspiring lady in regards to the music that she did, but the storytelling and the life that she lived. You know, she had, you know, such a rich character.
Yeah, she was fierce. In many ways. Yeah, you know, a total treasure to culture, to history, and to the future.
Who else you got? Give me somebody alive that you'd love to collaborate with.
Oh, somebody alive. Good question. Wow. Dang. I love Bon Iver a lot. If you know that band. One of my favorite bands. Yeah, that would be fun for sure, for like an alive group.
Ondara, you are an absolute pleasure. I think you're a gem of a star that puts such good content into the world, good energy, positive vibes, and you know, just keep on doing what you do, because you know the world loves you. And your music just transcends people to different places. For anyone that hasn't heard Ondara sing, his voice is just ethereal. It's a beautiful, magical voice. His new album is coming soon, but the new single is Winter Depression. It's absolutely insane. Get all over it. He's on Spotify, YouTube, all those devices. But you know what? Make sure you go out and buy the albums as well, because you know it's the albums that help these artists get onto it. Winter Depression. Ondara is coming to Adelaide, doing the Australian tour and coming to Adelaide, the Trinity Sessions on Thursday, March the 14th. Please get along, get your tickets. They're selling like hotcakes. It's going to be a great show. Ondara, thank you so much for your time, and what an absolute pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
And I'll see you when you come to Adelaide.
Yeah, I'll see you soon.
Thanks, my buddy.
Thank you.